Hey folks, welcome back to Something's Recording. My name is Colin, and today I'm going to show you how to use compression on your lead vocal tracks. Okay, so to start off with, we're going to use an 1176 style compressor, and then after that we're going to move on to the stock compressor inside of Studio One, so I can show you a more basic way to do it with the stock plugins that you have available to you in your DAW. Okay, so we've just got a short little, I guess, acoustic pop tune here, and we've already got the vocal EQ'd, and there is a de-esser in place, but we will use that after the compression, okay? So let me play you the vocal as it stands right now.
I've been running and running, I've been chasing her around, but I can't pin this little dragon down. She gives me half of a sign, she wants me in her life, but I can't help thinking that I'm wasting her time.
So it's just the first half of the chorus that I got looped here, and that's the section we're going to work on, okay? So let's throw the compressor on. And bear in mind, this vocal has been leveled beforehand, so I got the volume level where I want it. Now we're just going to add the compression. We might have to tweak the volume level afterwards. Let's see. So this is an 1176 style compressor, excuse me, and we're going to put the release as fast as possible, and we're going to put the attack right about 0.5 milliseconds or so. Okay, now 1176s are fixed threshold compressors, so that means the threshold is set at a fixed level and you push more into the compressor to get more compression. Okay, so we use the input for more compression and then we can pull the output back to get our level set. Okay, so let's see where we're at.
I've been running and running, I've been chasing her around, but I can't pin this little dragon down. She gives me half of a sign, she wants me in her life, but I can't.
So it looks like our peaks in the vocal are here, here, and then right here, but this part right here might be due to the S there. The S was a little
down. She gives me half of a sign.
Yeah, so that's where the de-esser will come in handy afterwards, okay? So I'm going to pull the output down, and we're going to push into this compressor to get more compression. That's actually a pretty good amount of compression there. I know it seems like quite a lot, but you'll hear when I bring up the level, that amount of compression, when you really squash a vocal like that, it really makes it sit nicely in the track, okay? So we're going to pull the output gain up and get this vocal sitting right.
I've been running and running, I've been chasing her around, but I can't pin this little dragon down. She gives me half of a sign, she wants me in her life, but I can't help thinking that I'll never be the man she needs. I'll never be the man. I'll never be the man she needs. I'll never be the man she needs. I've been running and running, I've been chasing her around, but I can't pin this little dragon down. She gives me half of a sign, she wants me in her life, but I can't.
Alright, so we'll go through one more time and make sure the output gain is set right so it's not much louder than the original track or much quieter than the original track, okay?
I've been running and running, I've been chasing her around, but I can't pin this little dragon down. She gives me half of a sign, she wants me in her life, but I can't help thinking that I'm wasting her. I've been running and running, I've been chasing her around, but I can't pin this little dragon.
That seems like a good compromise to me. It's right in between the lowest parts and the highest parts. It's a good medium level output gain, okay? So now I'll show you the benefit to squashing a vocal like this. Well, actually, let's get the de-esser back in first so those S's aren't too excessive.
Gives me half of a sign, she wants me in her life, but I can't.
Okay, so now I'll solo the vocal and I'll click it on and off and you can hear what the excessive compression does to this vocal, okay? So first without and then I'll kick it in.
I've been running and running, I've been chasing her around, but I can't pin this little dragon down. She gives me half of a sign, she wants me in her life, but I can't help thinking that I'm wasting her time.
So you hear what it does? It takes it from sounding like a demo kind of vocal to a finished professional sounding vocal. When you squash a vocal like this, this compressor really brings out the personality of the performer. It really sounds great. All right, so let's throw this back in the mix. We'll throw the effects back on, and you can hear the finished vocal with an 1176 style compressor, okay? Here we go.
I've been running and running, I've been chasing her around, but I can't pin this little dragon down. She gives me half of a sign, she wants me in her life, but I can't help thinking that I'm wasting her time.
And that's it. We'll review one more time here. So 1176 style compressor. Push your input till you're getting about, we're almost doing 10 dB of compression here. It's right in between the 7 and the 10 on the 1176. And then pull your output up or down to get a nice even level in the track. Now the attack is set here at 0.5 milliseconds, and the release is all the way fast at 50 milliseconds, okay? So those are your settings for using an 1176 style compressor, okay? Now we're gonna disable this one, and we're going to do the same thing, but with the stock compressor inside of Studio One, okay? So we're going to turn off the de-esser for a second, and we'll see if we can get the same kind of sound coming out of this stock compressor inside of Studio One, okay? So we're going to do a 4:1 ratio, a little bit aggressive. We're going to pull the attack up to something around there, 6 or 7, and we'll pull the release up to about 40 or 50, okay? Now we'll pull the threshold down, and we'll see what we can get.
I've been running and running, I've been chasing her around, but I can't pin this little dragon down. She gives me half of a sign, she wants me in her life, but I can't help thinking that I'm wasting her time. I've been running and running, I've been chasing her around, but I can't pin this little dragon down. She gives me half of a sign, she wants me in her life, but I can't help thinking that I'm wasting her time. I've been running and running, I've been chasing her around, but I can't pin this little dragon down. She gives me half of a sign, she wants me in her life, but I can't help thinking that I'm wasting her time. I've been running and running, I've been chasing her around, but I can't pin this little dragon down. I'll never be the man she needs.
We'll solo it here, make sure we're not squashing it too much.
I've been running and running, I've been chasing her around, but I can't pin this little dragon down. She gives me, I'll never be the man I'll never. I've been running and running, I've been chasing her around, but I can't pin this little dragon down. She gives me half of a sign, she wants me in her life, but I can't help thinking that I'm
Pull the release up just a touch there.
in her life, but I can't help thinking that I'm wasting
That's better. So you see the release pulls back before the next word comes in.
her life, but I can't help thinking that I'm wasting her time. I've been running and running, I've been chasing her around, but I can't pin this little dragon down.
All right, that sounds about good to me. We'll put the de-esser back on, and we'll see what it sounds like.
I've been running and running, I've been chasing her around, but I can't pin this little dragon down. She gives me half of a sign.
Yeah, sounds good. Okay, so if you notice, we did a little bit less compression on this. We didn't go as aggressive with it. The attack is a little bit slower than on the 1176, and the release is a little faster. Now the reason for that is stock compressors, you don't want to push as much signal in. You don't want to be as aggressive with them because they're not injecting personality into the track. The 1176 style compressor is putting some character and some personality onto the track, okay? This stock compressor, it doesn't really have any characteristics to it. It's pretty clean and pretty plain. So you don't want to push it too hard, otherwise you'll just hear that heavy compression. You won't hear any personality from it, okay? So let's put the reverb back on and we'll hear what it sounds like inside the track.
I've been running and running, I've been chasing her around, but I can't pin this little dragon down. She gives me half of a sign, she wants me in her life, but I can't help thinking that I'm
that sounds pretty good to me. So that's the finished vocal using the stock compressor inside of Studio One. And now what we'll do is we'll enable this other one and we'll switch back and forth between them, okay? So we'll start with the 1176 and then we'll switch to the stock compressor and you can hear the difference inside the track, okay? So here's the 1176.
I've been running and running, I've been chasing her around, but I can't pin this little dragon down. She gives me half of a sign, she wants me in her life, but I can't help thinking that I'm wasting her time.
So you hear that? They're both about the same level, and they're both doing about the same amount of compression. But the 1176 puts some personality on the track. It really pushes that vocal out front and makes it seem like the focal point of the song. So listen one more time. We'll start with the stock compressor this time, and then I'll flip over to the 1176, and you can hear what it does to the track. Okay?
I've been running and running, I've been chasing her around, but I can't pin this little dragon down. She gives me half of a sign, she wants me in her life, but I can't help thinking that I'm wasting her time. I've been running and running, I've been chasing her around, but I...
And that's it. That's two different ways you can use compression to get your lead vocal track sitting perfect in your mix. Thanks so much for watching. I really hope this was helpful. Let me know down below in the comments what kind of compressors you like to use, and I'll see you in the next video.